Hello, welcome to Courtney's Talk, and I am Courtney. I don't know if anyone heard of this news story. I saw it on the internet on election night. A 30-something-year-old woman in Seattle, Washington, killed her elderly father. Now, that really messed me up. And they said when the police came, she was covered in blood. She had no explanation to why she was covered in blood. She told the police they couldn't come in when they asked, but because of all the blood, they went ahead and came in. They found her father face down on the floor, bludgeoned to death. She had killed her father with an ice axe. I've heard of an ice pick, but I've never heard of an ice axe. And I'm listening to this, and I'm just like, are you serious? Now, she was in a relationship. I don't believe she was married, but she was in a relationship with a female. She's part of the LGBTQ community. And the police said that she started clapping when they looked at her father on the floor. They went to, go ahead and arrest her. And she said that she had freed herself. You have freed yourself from what? What did your father do to you? Now, what I believe, she did this on election night. Possibly the father was a Trump supporter, or he might not have been. But they were also saying that she had posted things of how angry she was about him even running and potentially winning. Now, and for you to say that you feel free now, and she had also posted things about being freed from family members. Now, some people would go to, oh, he probably touched her when she was younger or something. Hey, I cannot say he hadn't, but you killed your father on election night. What was that about? And then you're making these statements online about being free. And and one more thing, not dealing with family members that believe a different thing than you. This is what I'm going to say about that. I had seen something on The View, and it was a psychologist or something on there, and they were asking this woman, what does she think about people dealing with family members that voted for Donald Trump? And how do they deal with that if they do not agree with certain things concerning the incoming president? Well, this lady said, you just step back from those people. Don't spend Thanksgiving with them. You should let them know that our thought processes don't align, and just because they're family, you do not have to deal with them. There was there was something else I saw on TikTok. There was a young lady crying because her parents were talking about voting for Donald Trump. And she was literally sitting there crying, saying that it is so sad, I hate his guts. He is making me not deal with my parents now. Really? Nobody's making you not deal with anybody. That is insanity. And where is this coming from? It is a real thing, Trump derangement. It really is. The mainstream media, they've been calling this man Hitler. He's a threat to democracy. He's going to kill you as a female. Literally on it was on MSNBC, I think. Oh, it was on Morning Joe. The Mika Brzezinski lady, she said, he's killing us. He's going to kill us. And she said, and I am speaking about women. Wow. What has he said? Like, this is out of hand now. And nobody in the left stream world, the mainstream media, whatever, they're not talking about what is going on. What happened with this young lady killing her father, her elderly father, on election night? Come on now. She's making posts about how she has to free herself from people that don't agree with her or believe what she believes. What are you talking about? This is beyond out of hand. This has to stop. And I'm going to tell you something. Those same people I brought up, that lady Mika Brzezinski and the Joe Scarborough from Morning Joe, you know what they did? They just went to Mar-a-Lago. They just went to Donald Trump's golf club, Mar-a-Lago, where he lives in Florida, and talked to him. And I guess came to some agreement to agree to disagree. They didn't agree with some things he had to say. He wasn't agreeing with them, but they came to some type of agreement of for some reason. So I'm just saying, you all for months, years, have been telling people that he was Hitler, that he's a threat to democracy, that he's gonna kill women. Then you go meet with him. That doesn't make logical sense. Who meets with Hitler? You also said that when he was at Madison Square Garden, MSG, for his pretty much last big rally, that it was a Hitler rally, that it was a Nazi rally. Now you're going to meet with him. I'm just hoping that people that voted for Kamala or that vote Democrats see what they are doing. Mainstream media, the Democrat Party, they tell you a thing and then they renege on it. Now you're in your emotions and you don't know how to deal with it. So, like this young lady, what I believe, she more than likely killed her father because of that. That is so disgusting and sad. Now, this woman has forfeited her life. She's more than likely going to do life in jail. I don't know what Seattle does for as the death penalty. Her father has lost his life. You know, family members are more probably not going to want to deal with her, go see her in jail or anything. This is too much. This is too much. This is not what's up. We right now are still under a certain administration, the Biden-Harris administration, until January 20th, until Donald Trump is inaugurated. Now, this is the thing. When Trump gets in office, is everything gonna just open up and dandelions are gonna be popping up out the ground? No. I am not saying that he is going to bring so much peace and everything is gonna be great now. But do I believe that he's going to attempt to do things to make our lives better? Yeah, I do. Yes, I actually do. I believe that prices are going to go down. Because guess what? Maybe 4 or 5 days after the election, I got a text message from my electric company here in St. Louis, Missouri, saying that they were going down 16%. That's interesting. I haven't seen anything like that. Only text messages I get from these places is we're going up. Your bill is going up. Now I'm waiting for the gas company to go ahead and come on down. Why are you able to come down now? I find that interesting that as soon as he was elected, it seemed like peace in the world just came. Putin is congratulating him. Xi Jinping, the prime minister of China or whatever, is saying that he wants to come to the table with Trump. These people seemingly are pumping the brakes on things. Sounds like peace in the Middle East. transpired pretty quick. Hamas leaders are talking about they want to put a stop to the different things that are going on. Now, I don't know about Israel. I don't know if they're going to stop with Gaza, but I kind of think something came with that. Like, we're just going to stop for now. I don't know if everybody's stopping and waiting and seeing, what he's going to do when he gets in office and sits down. I don't know. But I find this interesting that none of this happened under the Biden-Harris administration. Everything under their administration felt like division. Prices going up. Kamala Harris at the time kept talking about price gouging. Okay. I don't know if that was true or not. Because everybody was affected by this wild, gangly inflation. And all of our tax dollars going to supposed migrants, they're illegals to me. If you came across that border and you didn't go to the port of entry to see about getting here legally, I'm sorry. That's called illegal. Because if you go to any other country, their borders are closed. You can't just cross their borders. Why is it okay? Excuse me. I've been having some sinus issues, so I have a little cough drop in my mouth. But I'm just saying, why is it you can come into the United States all willy-nilly and you can just do what you want to do? And under this administration, they can get SNAP, EBT, and money. Make that make sense. Oh, and one more thing. The mayor of New York, his administration, whatever, was giving illegals SNAP and money. And as soon as Donald Trump won, he put a stop to it. Interesting. And people will say, well, that's because Eric Adams, the DOJ, is coming against him. Possibly. Hey, that could be possible. But he said he's not standing in the way of Donald Trump's new ICE leader his people coming to New York and doing what they got to do. And I believe that it's not just because he doesn't want to go to jail, so he's going to stand out the way. It could be some of that. But it also could be, hey, this is actually putting a strain on our economy here in New York. Because I see them. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. I see them. You can kind of tell the difference. Who's been here and who just kind of crossed that border. You know. Is it putting a strain on St. Louis' economy? I don't know. But what I do know is what the Biden-Harris administration did. They left their border open. And Biden had stepped back from anything that Trump had put in place for the stay in Mexico rule. Like, you stay there, you're not coming here unless you go through that port of entry. And you have to get vetted. But yeah, just hearing that young lady that did her father like that, that was so sad. That, you can't get that moved off of an election. I do understand people are like, oh, well, in 2020, the Trump people went to the Capitol in January 6th. Okay. That did not do anything to anybody. And if you look at the tapes, I don't know what that was about. The security they looked like they were showing them around. It was weird. I'm not saying that those people should have went inside. I'm not saying that anybody should have been acting a fool. I'm just saying, why were you showing these people around? They look like tour guides talking about the security for the Capitol. That was weird, but hey, whatever. All I'm saying is everyone needs to breathe and calm down. I personally believe that it's going to get a little better. a little bit better on our pockets, on our bank account. Because like I said, I voted my bank account. And I just wasn't getting ready to vote for somebody that could not solidify what their plans were. All I kept hearing again was about women's rights and for abortion. That's all I kept hearing. It was nothing really said about the economy. All she said was these companies are price gouging. So you just need to be in office so they can stop price gouging? Whatever. Please, let's breathe, pray, trust God, and let's just move forward. We had to move forward these past 4 years that have been a mess show. We have to try to do something better this go round. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe for me, and catch me on the next one.